Hey, okay, we're working. Alright, I'm gonna get things going. Let's see if this is actually going through. I don't see it yet. Alright, so we're gonna do some, right off the bat, I gotta get rid of this feedback of my microphone. I don't see chat, top chat, I don't see live chat. A lot of stuff here don't make much sense, and I think my audio is coming in twice. Let me check the mixer. I don't know what, yeah, chat, mic, does not go to broadcast mix, that should fix that. Music should be mixing in. And I think we can get going. Hopefully we'll get better at this. I'm trying to keep all this stuff saved. Alright, cool. So let's move this guy back over and see if we're actually live. It says connect your streaming software to go live. Start sending us video. We're doing that. We're sending it right now. That's what I don't understand. People live. Let's go back and check. Yeah, there's one happening right now. Streaming. Yeah, I don't understand why that's not working. Yeah, it shows live right now, but it's not live. Okay, we are live right now. Okay. Alright, so we are actually live. Awesome. I'm gonna give this a go. What are we actually... What settings are we actually in? 720p is the best, it seems. Yeah, it's a bit rough. Maybe we can change that. Should be doing 900p. I'm not sure, like, how do I specify what game I'm playing? There's so much here I don't know about this whole platform. Right, the cards, it doesn't say what we're playing. Learn how to set customization or analytics. We will figure this out. Ah, there. Star Citizen. Save. Allow embedding. Okay, so now I think we should be streaming Star Citizen. Yes, we are. Okay, good. Alright. So if we can get the game running and see how that actually is, see how smooth that is, and then we can get into the verse, we can get some code open, I can figure out what kind of workflow I'm going to need for this, and then hopefully we can get right into it. Let me know if the music is good. So I think this is now working. Or am I in? Okay, I'm on the regular PU. Crap. Not what I intended. Just bear with me. Not quite what I'm looking for. Let me get this fixed up here and get this fixed. Okay, so live is working, but we want to make sure that PTO is working. Does Chatty work for YouTube chat? I need to get something for YouTube chat. Yeah, it's really weird. Filing? Why is it even filing? It's really weird. I have no idea how to access the chat. The loadout service. We can do this. No. Okay, fine. It looks like we're going to have to actually play on live. while we're waiting, let's go into live. We can get some of that going. Get a little bit of both. Well, I'm still setting everything up, getting the lighting going. Figuring out how chat works. Yeah, it looks like everyone's in the feed. It's really nothing else to do. Alright, let's go to the feed while we're currently on the load though. Gotta figure out I gotta figure out how chat and everything works. How do I bring up the chat for the string without bringing the string? Resolutions where I get that. Probably gonna do 1080p. Change it up. Alright, let's make sure the game is actually on game. I'll get the game mixing. Well, at least the view is great. Let's see if we can get it. We're gonna head over just pretty long just as a we are gonna be doing some code. So we're good. Good old captain.
launch. Launch complete. Landing gear up. Thank you, and please visit again.
Let's go over to the side. Figure out. Where's that first? So let's skip. Alright, so let's let's do a full load of Norgard or Anderson? I think we should go Norgard. We're going to Anderson. Norgard. Should have let us select it. Yep. Alright, let's go. Say voice volume is very low compared to music. I don't know how I get watching these app. I can't even tell if I have viewers or not. It's really weird. Look how dark that is. Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll get it all figured out. But yeah, there's definitely like no I don't see any chat stuff. So I'll get the devs. Once we get touched down here now, we'll grab some gold. We will see if we can get some of the developer environments seen. There is a bunch of stuff that they wanted to do. There is only 9, and 9 was kind of like my unofficial starting point. So for now, I'm just fine tuning. See how the stream is running. Checking frames, see what frames are like. And we'll see. We'll get to a point where this all works. Right now, I don't like the lack of chat. I don't know how to. Like we can open this new link in a new tab. I can mute it. I guess. And even then, like it comes up as a live stream in a video, but I don't see chat anywhere. Right. Chat is disabled for this live stream. How do I enable it? It's kind of annoying. How do I enable chat? Yeah, no, it's not made for kids. How do I, let's see, we're not scheduling it. Alright. Yeah, so that would explain why there's no chat. So I still gotta go and figure that out.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
What is the point of being able to go to Amp that way? Well, that failed to route me. Forget. I still can't figure out how to get chat turned on, so we'll figure that out shortly.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, as soon as I touch down, I'll try to figure out what's up with live chat not being a thing.
Quantum drive is now on.
It's like I'm editing a video. It comes up as video details, but it's not a video.
Quantum drive is now off.
We'll get down to mainland anyway. Man, it's been a while since I've been there. Oh, contact. Oh, not a contact. Just run. Lots of rocks barrel. Alright, let's see where we go.
Landing complete. Launch complete. Landing complete. Engines offline.
Alright, we'll just park here for a second. Alright, let's figure out what's on the go with the string. I don't think this has anything to do with the string. This does. Edit. Welcome. Yeah, this is what we need to edit. How do I change more? I don't care about chapters. For tags are useful if content in your stream is commonly misspelled. Shorts, categories, Star Citizen, allow all comments. Yeah, I don't see anywhere here where we can put in live chat. This is turned on. Hey, there we go. How's it going, Gandor? Welcome to the experiment of YouTube. I don't have a clue about YouTube. It's a different environment. I don't know if things are, like this is something different. I wanted to do some trading videos and development streams, and I mean, it's what I do on Twitch, but I figured I would do it here and kind of focus a bit more on, Patreon, the project itself, the goals the project's trying to accomplish, and if there is a little kickback of more support, that's awesome, but, like, I think I would just put the project first and not worry too much about all I know is you're not even partner, and you're like, oh man, yeah, it's totally. I don't know if YouTube understands like live stream versus video. Like everything seems to be in the mindset of a custom video. Like even like the details, it's like your video, but it's not. It's my stream. Like it doesn't have that wonderful Twitch dashboard. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that kind of that pizzazz. And I think my actual OBS is still set to 900p, so I don't know if it's actually streaming. It kind of just clicked, next, use recommended settings. So I haven't really played with it, but I'm using ultra low latency, so it should be less than 2 seconds because there's low latency, which is equivalent to a Twitch low latency, and I should be streaming in low latency. So if you say something, I'll tell you when I see it, type of thing. And, it should be it should be able to respond pretty quickly. Already I'll set it to 144p, and now I have massive extra bandwidth. So I'm just reading out your messages as I'm hearing them. So let me know you know, what that's like for latency. Once again, like I don't have any like overlays and pretty, yeah, but pretty much winging it. It was about 3 seconds. Nice. I'm hoping again the PTU. I don't know if it's been the same for you, but PTU has been bugged. Persistence is kind of not working. Can't customize your characters, so we can't get into verse. So that was what we were hoping to do tonight, but it didn't happen. So we're in line. There's still like money to be made on live. It's just not as fun. I was hoping to be doing a bit more research and development tonight, and not necessarily right here. But either way, so I'm just curious that the game is running so much better. Yeah. This is the new place for people to demand updates to Galactic. Yes, absolutely. Follow along and actually like work on it. There's a couple of milestones I think I want to reach. I think I want to do. I want to allow updates on specific Discord channel IDs. Like I put Super Friends in there. I'd put Ultimate Energy in there. But like you know the idea of just updating the trade data just on the bot, like it'd be like exclamation point. You know, update space, you know, and it's all fuzzy fine stuff in the trade port, the commodity, buy or sell, and then the price. And I'd have to like make sure, like specify this is from the user's perspective, not the trade port perspective. And then it would kind of pop back with a little embed of kind of like confirming what you said, trade port image, the commodity, the price with the previous price, and you would just react to like, you know, a checkbox or an X. The X would like remove the embed, and then the checkbox would be like, okay, good, and then go ahead and update it. What could be cool about that too is other people could kind of, you know, hey, it was that price as well, and you know, maybe there could be some kind of some type of system. You know, I'm trying to think of more easier, quicker ways to see, like gold on live. Never been a problem. Working on leaks in the library. Yeah. Especially if it goes all service. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too. Yeah, I'm waiting to figure like how they're encrypting data. It was a whole whole situation there. So I'm on live, like remember, you know, trading is broken, you can't trade, it's terrible, blah blah blah. Yeah, not necessarily true. You're just more limited, and we're gonna take this gold over to Warville. It's gonna be we're gonna have a bad time because there's all the miners who have just refined gold, you know, also trying to sell gold, but it'll still be a profitable run. So you know, it is what it is. It's not like the game is particularly broken. It's just starved. It's you know, they admitted it themselves. It's a 300% player increase, right? If you've introduced more trading chips, as well as you increase the entire player base by 300%, as well as introduce refineries which generate metals and minerals, and as well as you still have static refresh rates, you know exactly what's going to happen. Right? Like, it is what it is, and they should have just increased those, many patches ago. And you know what? If that means at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, you had that one trader, you know, making way too much money, whatever. You know, at least during the more active periods of the day, it's not a problem. Just about trying to find that balance, which I don't know. I don't know what they do. We need the automatic system to get that. Which automatic system? The issue with going too far in the data mining, other than like it being totally against what they're trying to do, if we're intercepting communication between client server or microservices, like that, they're gonna not like that because they're not gonna quickly have a way around that. Well, there is a way around it. Give us an API so we don't be probing backend services, but And I mean, like they're only querying their own backing. Right? It's like it's just giving it to us in another format, even if it's old or something. But either way, I don't really care too much. Let's head to first then. Just so I can get Louisville in here earlier. Even most basic version. Yeah, and like their most basic version right now is pretty much the journal, and the journal is a fallacy by design as well. Because if you have like kind of a global, you know, context monitor, why am I not getting that? I see whys because Orville's on the other side and we're colliding with her stuff. We're just gonna have to jump manually straight to her stuff. But like the problem with the commodity journal is that A, it doesn't update all the time, so when you go and you check it, it could be already old data. So like when you see the commodity journal update, it adds, you know, that an inventory level is high, or that a demand level is high, or vice versa, right? You get into this weird situation where you know, like people would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do that," and they'll go rush to it, and they'll already within 20 minutes be like, you know, someone who's scooped up everything. So if you're not like quick on the commodity journal, it's like a race, you know. It's not gonna be accurate whatsoever. A little higher than the game sounds. Yeah, dude. I got the Go XLR here. You can turn the game sounds down a little bit. I'm not sure where that kind of minimum line. We'll get down to Lorville. We'll sell some gold. Then we'll get into some development. I don't have my extractor up to date on the gaming rig, so I needed to do that. I've been doing some work on the laptop over the last few days. But I wanted to start collecting an absolute metric load of outpost data, and we're going to cross-reference the outpost data with the shop layouts, and we'll see if there's some discrepancies, right? If the game's telling us, oh, this should have gold, and then we check the shop layout, and it's like, nope, it doesn't have gold, and we know that the game is no longer using the XML files in the DCP, which is good. I mean, that's what I wanted forever. I didn't want there to be some weird client-side static refresh rate. Like, no, use a game service, use the backend. Well, you know, I still down the responsibility. Life's just kind of crazy. I'm all about the month. We just need to get people on the go. It's you know, it's hard to just pick things up, right? There's a lot of data we need to collect. There's a lot of atmospherics I want to work on this patch, but I need to ramp into that because like even the reporting interface for that was like kind of poor, and I think it all needs to be kind of explained. Like, hey, what are we trying to accomplish? Get everybody together, have like a big like powwow, like 10 or 15 people. You know, if we were playing with like Alaric or any of the guys, okay, we'll get, you know, you guys go to Hurston and split up. We'll do one person on each celestial object, and then we're only collecting data, you know, the arrival and departure time once per celestial object. Arrival, departure, that's it. Right? The quantum times we can already guess. So what I want to do this patch is I want to take 3 different classifications of ship. So just the Caterpillar is fine. Freelancer Max for medium, and actually I might use the Taurus for medium. I think I changed my mind because it's the kind of opius of that size classification. So Taurus is going to be a little bit slower than the Max. So yeah, no, we'll use Taurus, and then our little friend Titan for the small. And by using just 3 ships with, remember, we don't care about the quantum drugs because we're not doing that. We just want to find the arrival and departure time of a celestial object within those 3 classifications. because then I can approximate. Yeah, make it a big like cross group activity, absolutely, because it's a lot of data, you know. We need to kind of sample it a few times, and I realized that would be the perfect solution for profit per minute, because that tells me how long it takes to do a spline jump, to kind of leave the atmosphere and spline back in again, and when you couple that then with route times, we can see profit per minute as far as like looking and seeing that like 5 ArcWarp Monument Deacons runs equals 1, or like, you know, 1.5, you know, Bezdek to Lorville runs. And even if the time is wrong, the scale within all of the other possibilities isn't wrong. You know what I mean? Like if it, you know, if all large ships are based on the time it takes for a cat to enter and leave atmosphere, it doesn't matter if that time is slower or faster than what your own ship is. What matters is, you know, like all the routes that have been done with the cat, they should still all, relative to one another, be accurate. So it'll just give us more clarity. And as people submit more trade data on actual ships, then we can, you know, fine tune that arrival and departure time, and make it something a little bit more advanced. But I was trying to do it all with game code, trying to model IFCS and surface areas, and like how the terminal velocity of the, you know, the atmosphere, like, you know, literally physics, trying to why is she why is she not stable? Okay, she's stable. But we're gonna try to make it simpler, because I was going too crazy with that project and I didn't get anywhere. So it wasn't a bad idea. I think it's great to use to try to kind of figure out exactly how the game's doing something, but sometimes you just need this approximation.
Please proceed to sign landing bay.
Oh yeah, and we will. So in the example, we only need atmospheric traversal times, because we in the rest of the calculations, those are actually known to us. We already figured out the equation for taking the quantum drive data and using the stage 1, stage 2 acceleration, disconnect range, and speed. They'll come to exactly how long it will take for the jump to happen. So that's a good thing. But so that also does mean in Galag I don't need a loadout manager per se right now, but just a kind of a quick little drop down in your ship page to, you know, be able to select your current quantum drive. It's kind of like whoa, okay, wait, whatever I just hit, it shouldn't have hit hard enough to have caused. What is it doing?
Landing complete.
I'm playing keyboard and mouse. I don't have any controls.
Landing complete.
We're here now. So that's the I don't know. That'll be the gist of this batch anyway. The 15 batch. There's so much about 15 I'm excited for. A lot of exploration as far as like new trade data, better runs, and, you know, we have a wipe coming up, so I love the mini game of trying to make the most money. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's gonna breed a lot of life back into the project, at least for the next few months. Nice. So like that was a lot of time getting down here. So we'll head over to the business district and we'll sell that gold. And this will be kind of once again, proof of concept that, you know, the trade is badly designed, but not necessarily broken. On live anyway. But I was gonna jump right in the code, but hey man, like, you know, sometimes you gotta just get in the game and do what you do, and then I don't know, jump in the code after. And besides, I have no idea what my viewership is gonna be like on this thing. I can't tell how many people are watching. You know, like, it's not like Twitch where like there seems to be a lot more like integration, I guess. This is more like, you know, here's a stream key, OBS, send your data. It's too easy to forget and actually have fun. I have a lot of fun doing my nonsense But you know what? I'm actually quite a simpleton. Like, I really love roleplay, and I can like just take a couple of people and go like get a couple of drinks and like screw around and like make a game of like try to hit the NPC with a beer bottle. You know what I mean? Like, I have no trouble myself playing in the sand, if you know what I mean. So like I can be, I'll make games. Like I'll show you on the Discord. I found super top secret racetrack that we're gonna use when I get things going. Yeah, exactly. So there's a new place. I gotta put it here. Gotta find it. Put it in the new world.
Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching.
General. So I'm gonna do my gray cat race. I think I've showed clips of my gray cat race before. I have a track that's over which is really good, and I love making games. So this here is going to be if I can figure it out. This here is going to be, the new racetrack that I'm going to use for my gray cat race for the next time. Now I've already gone down, explored this. I'm gonna like, we need to get a couple of blockers.
Sorry, you've exceeded your allotted time for the
Like a
park.
couple
You'll
of
have to return your ship to storage.
Argos or something to land and kind of block off certain areas, so you're kind of forced to move around,
Initiating
zigzag
ship
around the
storage
track.
procedure.
But there's a few of the
Please
floating
vacate the area.
cargo
Thank
containers.
you for your
And what I
cooperation.
love about them is they're floating. You know what I mean? So while you're racing, obviously you're in armistice zone, so it's not like the arena that I usually use for the area
Initiating
race.
ship storage
But this one will be a
procedure.
little bit more
For
fun.
your safety, please vacate the area.
Like on a challenge level. But I just gotta kind of block in the maze.
Central Station. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
My difficulty has been my kids needing my attention, my wife needing help with things, so I don't stream, and I can jump. So if I don't stream anyway, I can jump in and answer questions without issue. Gotcha. Yeah, like it was a long time. This is the first time I've streamed, and I do not know how long. I'd probably have to go on my Twitch page. I was going through like, I don't even know what to call it. I won't call it a separation because it was so messed up and weird and like. But either way, my previous, like situation had come to an end with bizarre circumstances, and ended up moving in with my sister, which is where I am now. So it's been a long time, like kind of getting, organized and back into the project, and, just even caring about the game, kind of. And now it's, in a much better place. I can code and work and make money, I actually like jumping on here and showing off, and I don't know, it's fun. And so, once again, like, not a lot of money, man, 60,000 or something, it's like, but it works, right? It's not the best, but it is what it is. Right? We bought for, I'm not going to go make 40 to 60,000, doing missions in that period of time. So I mean, for a Caterpillar pilot, that's pretty good. I just wish there was more scrap. Like I wish there was stuff to get offload. I know I'm on live right now, so this is very like kind of useless to me. It doesn't really matter. Like I know I can't buy anything here. Like I can take scrap. It's not going to be worth it to bring it anywhere right now. I'm wasting my route. So, but that's what I hate. I really hate having to land in the cities, and I totally love that. Like the cities take volume, right? Like, of course, they're cities; they need volume, but they should have a diminished. They should have something to give, right? There should be something to balance, because that's how it should be, right? Like economically, there should be something that comes from here, even if it's not profitable. And, so sometimes in the economic model, you got to move things that aren't profitable because they meet a specific demand. Like that they meet a dependency, right? It's like if agricultural supplies only made you 5 cents on the dollar, and you just stop running it to the farm, you're not going to be getting food, processed food there. It's just not going to happen. So if processed food was making you like 30% margin, right? But no one's willing to run ag supplies to the farm.
Now
Right?
arriving.
Like, you need to factor that into, the overall, scope of things. But there needs to be a circling route that we can take that would kind of, offset the time, right? So we can, okay, well, we can't get ag supplies here. We could bring some scrap. We can drop the scrap off at a junkyard. While we're at the junkyard, there's a great fertilizer mix, we can grab. So we can go down to a junkyard with a bunch of scrap. We can jump over to, like a compost facility. We can grab a bunch of stuff for the farm. We can dump the farm. We can buy whatever the processed foods are. We can bring the processed foods back to the city. Right? So like parts of that jump aren't profitable, but they're necessary, right? They're like you'd be running dry anyway, so or empty. So why would you not, take them into the equation? And I guess ultimately, the 90% of Quanta NPCs will do it for us, but I still think it's very opportunistic to only be one of the best commodity. Got to be reasons. There should be, missions. Like, we desperately need supplies of this. Regardless of how much you bring, you're going to get like 50,000 by doing it. So the mission generation system is kind of naturally persuading you to do runs that wouldn't normally be profitable. Right? That would be really good.
Now arriving. Please have space for it. Please
But
watch
I
your
can
step
rant
when
about this shit
disembarking the
for
train.
hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Because it's my jam, and hopefully it'll, I don't know. Hopefully they'll start making sense anyway.
Consider it to your fellow travelers.
Let's have a dartboard and let's go and decide where let's decide where the economic node goes. For me, I just want to get to a point where I'm comfortable independently. Yeah, and like that's the other thing too. People are like, oh well, we don't want. Well, they talked about this during CitizenCon, how they wanted to make it so salvage, the time doing salvage, would be similar to the guy just buying, loading up, and selling. But what they don't understand about that, I'm gonna wait for my cat to store itself. Oh, I don't store it. The salvage guys only spent time. The traders spent time plus a potential 80% investment, and that's where it differentiates. Like salvage is similar in mining. It takes time. Time is the risk. Time wasted is the risk. But uniform. But like with time wasted being the risk, it doesn't have this 80% investment yet. So it's way more dangerous to trade than it is to go do salvage. But yet they want to balance it. And I'm like, I don't really think you guys take the, I don't know, man. There's things about things, uniforms. Good to see you here. Once again, I'm trying to figure this stuff out. I only not. I guess I did have it set up for a while, but like even like stuff like YouTube brand accounts and everything are weird, and like switching from your personal account to your brand account, and like, oh man, it's a weird ecosystem. I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to work on Galactic anyway, so it's not like it matters where I stream. People will find me if they're curious enough. I find big money trades always end up with an edge. But see, I believe in the big money trades because I believe in the risk assessment, and I believe in the fun, the gamble of all your eggs in the basket. Because it's not just all your eggs. It's not like, you got to realize the 230,000 profit. That's not going to one person. That's going to turret operators. It's going to, it's going to your escorts. It's going to all the people that are protecting this nest. This mobile nest, which is dangerous, right? Like, because you don't just blow up and like lose your time. You blow up and you lose your 80% investment plus all your potential profits. So exploits seem to be like modular. Yeah, and I've been aware about those for a while. I don't even mind sharing those. There's a way that you can like click the shit out of the refinery orders, especially if you're on a really laggy server, and you can potentially spawn anywhere from 3 to 5 duplicates. Now, like, that doesn't seem to be that bad, but if it's Quantanium, if you spent the time, and I'm air quoting, you know, doing a full load of Quantanium, and you can, you know, triple that whole, you know, refinery order, or, you know, worst case scenario, you know, like make it be 5 times, then the amount of Quantanium that you're going to get as on the return is crazy, right? So that's kind of that's the downside. But I mean, I don't know, like I don't really care about people like exploiting the game this early. Like it's all just testing, and so you just gotta patch things, and, you know. But I just like the fact that there's crap out, like, the fact that there's a market, there's people on eBay willing to buy alpha UEC, not even real alpha, like real UEC, just alpha UEC. Is it's a bit weird because like what time are you saving at this point? Like there's nothing to do. So once you have, I don't know, the temporary cash to say buy, I don't know, an 890 jump, what are you gonna do? You know, like what would you? And we're talking like a lot of money. You know, like it's dumb, right? Like it's absurdly dumb. My issue is 30K is getting rid of your ship in the paragraph. That should be fixed soon, though. You know what I mean? Like that'll be one thing that'll be persistent as long as ships are attached to regions. You know, like so you're in a hangar, you're attached to the parent object container, and you leave it, you're attached to the parent of that object container, and hopefully then within, you know what I mean? Like within the always being in a graph and always being a child of something, whether it's stamping itself, your state should be where it is, even if it crash. There's something in game on some people that the heads are just showing up to that. Yeah, and that could be like a delay in how often it stores back to persistent storage, like how often like your WoW character gets saved and whatnot, and the, you know, the latency of things. I always find it's really, really important that when you run in and you physically explore the ship, and sometimes it takes like 5 minutes for the thing, like it'll turn into a claim icon for like a second, and later on it'll like retrieve. But I always find it like whenever I'm leaving, I'll try to run to the terminal, click the store button, wait, and make sure it's retrievable, and then I'll move on. Because otherwise, like, there's always a risk it's going to be some random state. This is running really good, though. I don't know what we're going to do next. So that was the gold run. I think I want to do, let's see. Oh, I don't want to control the mouse. That's not what I want to do. Stop controlling the mouse. Let's, get you stable here. Let me just grab probably enough to jump to Everest. I'm just going to jump to Everest before I alt tab. lazily sit right here for a second and go back to Galactic. The only thing I gotta like figure out how to do both. I'm surprised you aren't on Twitch though, as much as you like. Wait, I'm not on Twitch. What do you mean? You mean like just streaming on Twitch in general? Well, I have like 1,400 people there, but like, not that I, despise Twitch, just like kind of want to really get into making YouTube videos and making explanations, trade, and a lot more content that I don't necessarily need to be live for. I don't know why it's not. So I think, gold's always been good. I don't know if I want to do, Gold's about 41,000. That's actually quite accurate. That's about what we made before. We'll do a diamond run. Just once again, which we're keeping within that 50,000 profit per run range, because we're really like we could do a medical run. This is like totally broken. Why is this broken? Oh, because the category is broken. There's a bug in my links. These links are broken. I gotta fix that. Anyway. The max inventory is not much. Yeah, no, medical is just not gonna be a thing. Let's do diamond. And as soon as we're here, we can go to admin. Set up the million. Let's go to admin. We're not gonna fill, but there's other stuff we can get through. And we're already kinda here, so. If Edmund has a stupid selection of diamond, that would be kind of fun. As Edmund's actually quite close to Lord. Like if we could do a run of diamond, like the problem is you're still hitting the atmosphere, but like we're only talking like from there to there, which is kind of weird, right? Because if you're only moving diamond just that far, like you could almost fly it in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like it's about 100,000 to get out of the atmosphere, and you could almost fly it over, which would be kind of interesting. We could, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna fly over some diamond. Literally. You know what's funny? That would mean making a joke. Oh my god. Dude, you could do this run in an Argo cargo. You could do diamond in an Argo cargo. It'd be dumb. I'm just saying, it'd be a dumb run. But it would legitimately be a profitable run in an Argo cargo from Edmund to Louisville. And that would be cool. I don't know, and that's just one video, right? There's ideas, you know? Right? Like that would be stupid and hilarious. What's our T value? Like, we're not going to be able to push more than, I'd say, 180. So it would be, I don't know, we'll time it, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I like doing, yeah, exactly. Like, we could do a race, you know what I mean? Everyone loads up Argo cargoes with time, and see, every time I play this game, I just come with ideas and ideas and ideas, you know? People don't like, I don't know, they don't pay attention to the game, or they don't play the game, they don't like, they just put on the website. What do I buy and where do I sell it? They don't like think about the spatial, like where it is in the game and whatnot. There's a lot of good runs, there's a lot of good places, and you know, I'm assuming in the PTU this will be changed, because everything's changed. I'd have to go to Edmonds to see what they have, but this will be kind of cool. So without spooling. I also hate that bug. I really wish if I set a target, I know if I go in I set the target again, it'll work. But I mean, I should be able to just set a point of interest, not necessarily a quantum. Like, I don't want to always have to be spooled because it takes problems. Like when you set a target to do something, you should just stay there. And I know like you can go in and set it again, right? Which is weird. And now it'll stay there when you're not spooled. But like now you don't have a distance indicator. So you kind of just, you know. Like a weird shimmer on the underside of the glass. Oh, do I have lights on? What are lights in it too, you know? Yeah, I thought they were oh, they are on, they're just not very bright. Oh, I thought the pad was this way. Never mind.
Landing complete. Launch complete.
Oh my god, why is I'm so not used to keyboard the mouse. Here, let me get this thing under control. That's really pretty. There's a couple of lights are floating. You know. Probably the gravity. It's still going forward, and I'm literally straight and backwards. I don't understand. Oh, my cruise control is on. Makes sense. I done goose. I'm so spoiled on my doorstep. Alright, so the plan is diamond, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. But yeah, no, I would probably be on Twitch. I mean, I get more. If I was on Twitch, I'd probably quickly get about 20 viewers. Especially if it's dead over there. People aren't playing PT because it's still broken. But I don't know. You gotta start somewhere. Eventually we'll get some random guy like, oh, it's Star Citizen stream. What's this? Welcome to Galactic. Welcome to making money in the verse. Oh, I like making money in the verse. And it begins. The cycle will begin. Alright. So we're at 329, 9. See, like no one's gonna go to Edmund. This is the thing, right? Like, when people talk about refresh rates being bad, and, you know, like, there's nothing to buy, it's because they don't want to go to these places. Like no one's gonna go to Edmund, you know, and, like, we've said, like, even Galactic shows that Edmund is a place you can buy tons of diamonds, but, people just want the best place. They don't want to just go, they want to be lazy. I wonder how much fuel this is going to cost. That's what I'm mostly worried about. We want to set Louisville. If it will. No. Right? It's literally only 70. So just watch. We're just gonna head. We're just gonna head over the hill. Like, you can see the lights of the city. Like, it's literally just right there. Right? It's like, this is a pretty quick run, even without quantum haze. I guess I have some interesting ideas of what to do with this one. I'm still hanging it, by the way, just working through stuff. I can pop on, sure. So check it out, Gandor. So it's funny, like participants still don't show anymore. So I just left Redmond, full load of diamond, and like I said, it's literally just over the hill. I'm literally coming in on the light pollution of Hurston right now. So we're talking like no quantum drive. Oh, you can pop in. I'm just here in the general Galactic channel. In my little streaming channel, which I don't think you need permission to join. I just think this stuff is funny, you know what I mean? Because like other people must know about some of these, you know what I mean? Like other people must care or like put the time in. I don't know, something. It can't just be me and Jack, you know what I mean? Or, you know, obsessed with trade. Yeah, I really should have gone higher. I should have turned that into like an arc, so that way as we would have gotten higher, things would have been a little bit easier. But you know, I think the next time I do this, I might low fly it, like just for fun, just see you know, if it's daytime, kind of decouple low fly the diamond over, because that'll be kind of neat. Drag it. Where I am, the Galactic. Hey, let me know if you have push to talk or something. I didn't set these channels up, so they could be like weird.
Yeah, I don't think it's forcing push to talk. We'll see. Yeah, I'll just push the button on the side if a child suddenly barges in and demands Minecraft assistance. Oh, yeah, I've just been playing ESO a little bit, and then was planning on popping into the verse a little bit later. I saw you were on though. And
I want to get back on the PTU, but people can't log in.
Oh, still?
Yeah, I haven't checked it since I started streaming, but before, like, the first thing I did was try to get into the PTU and same button.
Yeah. Well, once I start the generator to play, I'll give it a go and let you know how it goes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's been interesting. I got since the last time we talked, you know, I'm not in my shipping container anymore. I've actually built 2 full offices and
nice.
Been able to work in those. Most of the work I did was on my wife's office though, so mine, I haven't put insulation in yet, so.
Nice. Like you have extra solar panels, extra power delivery, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've still got more to take from the old cabin down the hill up, but you know, it's just kind of like I did it towards the end of summer and I was like, oh my god, so much power, and then the lights slowly starting to diminish through the days, and I'm like, nah, back to generator. But you know, the
so
time
pretty,
I did have with it working was so nice.
This approach is so nice. You can just see like the ghost of the, you know, the city from afar. I feel like a lot of people don't take the time to just appreciate the kind of, I don't know, the beauty of the game. It's not like there's a rush.
I mean, most of the people who actively play it have realized that they really just appreciate it. Like, for me, even on the worst of days, I just use it as a flight sim, like, where I can just enjoy flying around in space and maybe shooting some aliens, right? Like,
I can't wait for there to be like other humanoid, spiral, whatever you want to call them. Just anything.
Yeah, they really just gotta push that, and that'll help. It's making it come to life now, right? Like, that's the next big step.
If they have any loot system at all, which they do, I mean, they've been playing with the loot system in the crates and stuff on the PTU, then like if there's skins and rare skins and stuff, suddenly there's like hunting. You know what I mean? Jumping in like reminds me of like, you know, a helicopter is trying to shoot like, you know, deer or something. Would it be like a cutlass black and a sniper rifle trying to kill these weird creatures for a certain like organ or something. It'd be kind of cool. Hunting.
I think that
was a thing.
it's just like, yeah, going down and being at a random outpost and having like 4 or 5 people down there in the outpost manning it, like that kind of stuff it makes a big difference, right? Like it brings an area to life, and I think it's pretty important that we get to that point, so that'll change things behaviorally pretty significantly, and I'm confident we'll get there. It's just like, particularly from having played it in offline mode, so you just see how like the game is so much better, right? Like when it's played that way, right? Like everything's smooth, you get plenty of frames.
Terrible netcode.
Yeah, exactly. Like the netcode is so much of the problem.
I have a theory. And
Go ahead.
it might be a negative theory, but I don't think they're working on the netcode. I think Amazon's going to work on the netcode, because if you look at it, if you study New World, and you look at New World's infrastructure, which is, once again, very similar, with the same architecture, same nodes per, server, kind of, obviously not exactly the same, but if Amazon has Lumberyard, Amazon's continuously working on Lumberyard, they have access to upstream Lumberyard. And they built New World with it, and all the networking technology, all powered by Amazon. It'd be weird for SIG, A, to not have access to that, and B, it'd be weird for Amazon to not allow SIG to utilize it. Because they're all kind of vested in
some of the stuff they'll cross-pollinate, I'd imagine. The problem,
yeah, I hope so.
The problem we have right now is that basically you have, they've got a fairly custom build of Lumberyard. Yeah. So bringing features in is it's a process from everything I've been able to tell.
Oh, this is great. I completely miss how great this game is. For some reason, it's running great right now. Maybe there's nobody on the server.
Probably not. Everyone is probably... Let's see here. Dun, dun. I can't remember if you had ESO. I think that was
I do have Elder Scrolls Online. I haven't played it in forever though.
Yeah, well, we've been pretty active in the Super Friends there, so if you ever feel like just dorking around, we just got a big guild hall together and everything. Just let me know and I can get you into the guild. No worries. What I've found is really nice about it is the ability to have big groups get together, and it's still a little bit more my style in that I can play it first person without people making fun of me.
Yep.
And without getting sick. You try and play WoW first person, it's pretty clear it was never intended to be done that way. They just added it kind of to be like, yeah, sure, whatever, you can do it if you're weird. Cause have you ever done WoW in first person?
Yeah, the FOV is kind of weird.
Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit sick. But with this, it's it really does have that Elder Scrolls intended feel to it with first person, and yeah, sure, I can see AoEs a little bit better if I don't do that,
Because didn't it kind of start off trying to be more Skyrim-ish, and kind of ended up kind of landing after the alpha period, kind of more WoW-ish?
Yeah, they kind of balanced them out. I think the main thing was they found that people were not playing together the way they expected, and they had to tweak some things. But they had really bad netcode too.
Right.
Like their netcode was horrible, and so there were 2 reasons that I stopped playing in 2014. One was I kept on crashing, and the network would boot me off the servers, and that was pissing me off. But the other one was I played the same way everyone else played, which was sneak thief with an assassin bow,
Gotcha.
right? Like, and
Hey, Mr. David.
being able to being able to kill people in one shot from before they can see you doesn't translate very well to an MMO,
Yeah.
right? Like being God mode, single arrow to the face, dead, is like, yeah. So once I was complaining about it, and someone was like, well, when's the last time you played? I'm like, 2014. And they're like, so you haven't really checked. I'm like, well, if I want to give it crap, I gotta try it again. And then since then, I've learned a lot about the way I like to play MMOs, and one of the biggest things was I realized that instead of listening to people about what the best class is in a game, I should play a tank, because I'm a tank.
Yep.
Like, and then, yeah, I actually really enjoy playing as a tank. I just never thought I was supposed to be a tank. It's like I was identifying my game role. So,
Hey,
as much
CB,
as
how's it going?
Ooh, we're getting more people.
Yeah. So for those just tuning in, we were doing a full load of diamond, which we're going to be able to sell. We just did a full load of gold. The only difference is the full load of diamond that I just took, I did not quantum load.
Security
So
reserves the
from
right to
pickup
search
to
power at
selling,
any
no
time.
quantum drive. So if you can guess where I just flew from, you know who I am. Of course I did. You guys can actually create like moniker accounts on
Next stop,
YouTube.
Central
That's the other thing about YouTube as well. Like that kind of ties into it. It doesn't like tie in like Facebook ties in. Facebook is so like personal. You know, there's a few words. But YouTube's still like a lot of people's YouTube accounts don't have monikers or anything. They're just your
Yeah, well, I started out that way, as you saw, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like, oh, I gotta change.
Well, I need to
Hey,
change to my
hey
other
again.
channel.
Totally not me.
Yeah, yeah, I totally didn't just reveal my real name. When I had a Twitch partner that I was like hanging out with a lot, and they switched over to Facebook, and it was really annoying coming in and having to like learn how to create a Facebook monitor account, because that was actually fairly difficult.
Is that like creating a brand account on Facebook? Don't they only have like brand
Yeah.
accounts for that?
Yeah, I had to create a brand account just so I could like chat like in character, you know? I'm like, oh, this is frustrating. It's just, all I really wanted to do was just say hi and, you know, support it, but I'm like, I had to go through and like make a whole extra brand account page.
For your safety, please vacate the area.
Okay,
Thank you for your
I learned
cooperation.
something. Yeah, they
Where am I
definitely don't make it super
Initiating
duper
ship
easy
storage
on
procedure.
Facebook.
For your safety, please
then you've
vacate
got-
the area. Thank you
This
for your
one's similar
cooperation.
though, where you've got a lot that goes into making an account on Facebook. Most people have one, but most people have a personal one tied to
Yep.
like their Gmail, you know?
Can't wait to like sell Hurston weapons or buy them. And, you know, I don't know. Can't wait for the
Oh, dude,
items.
that'll be life changing once we can actually just go and do that. Like, completely life changing. Because that's a big part of the reason. It's a big part of the gameplay that's missing. Because now I can collect a bunch of crap, but what do I do with it?
Exactly.
Right? Like, sure. But
Look at that.
it
414,000
414 what?
on the recharge. So it is pretty much
That's really
similar
good.
to what the system says. And watch. So, no problem. And we're on live. You know what I mean? Like, we're on the broken trading build.
I mean, aren't they all the broken trading build?
Yeah, I know people. I don't think people like people kind of like very quick to jump to the gun. You know, what I mean, as soon as like, oh, it's broken. No, let's not do it. You know, it's just kinda like,
No, it triggers you. I gotta mess with you.
right.
Like, come on.
It's like, I gotta work to figure out things. And why can't you just tell me how to make money? And why doesn't it work? Why can't I do the thing I've been doing every single day for 4 years? Why can't I just do full loads of land? I don't understand.
Again, for
Because
me,
everyone's trying to do that. Why don't you do a run that people aren't doing? Oh, that takes work.
for me, it's just a matter of I really want to feel confident that I'm not gonna lose all my crap into a 30k. That's the only thing that.
The game's too like the game like 30k is anywhere. 30k is like waiting around the corner. The only way to mitigate a 30k is stuff like flooring. Anything that's like 120,000 to buy and you're making like 20,000 on the sell, and you can get like 4 or 5 of those in. You know,
Yeah,
for
like,
30k
well,
is just slowly gaining. You're slowly gaining. You know?
It's about risk versus reward, right?
Yeah,
And I
you
get
just
that.
gotta set the like. What is my 30k frequency today going to be? You know?
It's a gallon. It's
What
it's,
am I
it's the
being
same
prepared
kind of thing you do for gambling, right? Where you're like, okay, what am I willing to lose at the table? It can just be really frustrating and it burns people out. Like,
hell yeah.
I really want to see what they had where it just like took you back to the last place you landed. That would be a pretty big deal.
And I think people be comfortable with the server, and they'll start going in more and more and more. They'll start spending like everything they got finally because they're pulling it hand over fist. So when the 30k finally happens, it's like 80% of everything they've done in like 5 days gone. And they're like, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really
they did the thing.
wanted.
I can't even go on one. I have like 27
Please watch your step when disembarking.
Yeah,
Then you'll
but
go all
it's
into the
super
trial.
easy to go all in at the beginning. And it's like, because just buying anything is all in. And it's just like...
But you don't have to, because once you do get to the point where you could buy the most expensive commodities and there's no more all in, you're good.
Yeah, it's just getting to that point. And most people then get to that point and they're like, okay, I'll save up for ships, etc. But we all knew that the big wipe was around the corner too, so everyone's just been cautious. Anyhow, I guess the big wipe is here now.
Yeah, the big wipe, she's coming. I'm excited, man. With everything being all nice and fresh again, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it should be nice. I know it'll be fun to at least start playing with folks again.
I just wanted to be enough volume to be able to satisfy the needs of a few individuals at once. Even Diamond. You get 2 or 3 people on Diamond, and now it's now it is only out. It's like 10 to 11,000 profit per run. Because you got 4 people to pay. And that's still like, it's like mission level, combat mission level rewards, but like you can still kill things faster in combat quicker than you can doing this run and dividing it up amongst that amount of people. That's what I hate about the profits right now. They're at uncomfortably low.
Yeah, well, and it's the same thing. One sec.
How do I pull that down? Oh, just take the other one. I wonder on the PTU if they actually fixed that little spine on the elevator.
Did you see the conversations about us making like go bags for different types of missions? That's what
Go
we're
bags?
working. Yeah, well now that we have the inventory system.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah. I hope, like, I'm a bit cautious about the ship inventory system because ships kind of blow up all the time. You know what I mean? They kind of get lost all the time. So, ship inventory seems to me like the scariest place in the world to put anything. But, however, you know, that'd be so great if you could just store a whole bunch of extra stuff on your ship. You know?
Yeah, the idea we had was that we would have a go bag for like FPS missions and a go bag for medical, so like soldier and medical bags, so that people who want to join can kind of just, we can toss them the standard issue Super Friends gun and the standard issue Super Friends chest, core, and helmet, so that we don't shoot them, you know. And then, yeah,
There's
the
one button on this one.
IO wanted to do medical, so he's working on a pack for basically standard issue medical kit. That'd be fun to play around with, because one of the things we've had issues with is, oh, we want to go out on a mining trip, and you inevitably end up with like 3 people who don't have, you know, hand mining tools. So then you end up spending your whole session just trying to teach them how to get hand mining tools, but then you get a 30k and no one ever actually gets to hand mine. So, like, if we're just like, sweet, we've got 5 packs for hand mining, we're gonna do a hand mining event, and then you just toss them to people as they come in, they load them up on their character, then you're good to go. Just be like, cool, either pay the 7,000 it costs for a hand mining kit, or return it when you're done with it. Right? Like, that could be pretty cool. And that's something we couldn't have ever done before. So, pretty neat.
I love the scene. So quick. What's VTOL mode? Okay. I feel like it should have more oomph or something. Ship needs hauling. Oh god. I don't remember how to lock this.
So much work stuff still.
We're next to one area. I don't think we're gonna have any luck in that area. We're gonna go see how bad titanium is. But this will be the last one. I'll probably do it first. But just to go do 3 successful runs, just to prove that it can be done.
Quantum travel engaged.
Good ship.
Oh, you're doing it with the C2?
Yeah.
Nice.
Quantum travel complete.
Now aerial or let's see, best I could like pick one.
Landing gear.
Your
down.
choice. Usually people go alphabetically, so we'll do Bezdek first, so we'll probably go late.
Yeah, I usually go to the last recommended option, or second to last, and then it's always like got plenty of stock.
Oh my god, this chrono drive is so slow.
That's at least what I've encountered. Like, just don't go for what everyone else is doing, and you'll have a pretty good time.
What is it doing? I hit the quantum spool and it's like, what? Oh, okay. That wasn't what was the intended. It's not even spooled. Weird. It's like it started the motion of lining up and then decided, nah, you know what? We're good. See how slow this move is? I don't know, maybe it's the alignment. Maybe it needs to be more nose down or something. Man, what I loved about the new, you know, I know Pyro's like 4.0, you know, that's a ways away, but having all of the moons and planets have atmosphere, oh, it looks so nice. God, did it ever look great. They're just so beautiful.
Yeah, they put a lot of work into those. It's just unfortunate that they have delayed it so far, but yeah. I'd like to just go through Jumpgate. I know that they were just using skyboxes to demo it 2 years though, but you know, I'd like to go through and like even if it was just from Microtech to Crusader as a shortcut, if you're willing to take the risk, like that'd be really fun.
There's so much gameplay, like there's a lot of unanswered questions that I don't even know if they've figured out yet. Also, some of the bigger ships coming to those, but it'd be really cool if you send a Pathfinder. So you have to do the mini game of literally going through the tunnel, and then it'll be equally interesting if for the bigger ships ultimately, like players to get these, you know,
I think the idea was to sell them like the shortcut for it, right? Like the Pathfinder sells the data for the path, and then you load it in your ship. You still go through it, but it's automatic.
Yeah, because some of the big ships like a
slower,
Holy
right? Like
won't be able to maneuver like that, you know. It would need to be something with a stable warp. But wouldn't it be cool if players had ships that could create like stabilizers? So like almost like a portable
that would
ring.
be neat. Like I feel like that was the intention from the lore at least, was that like they're supposed to be generated by the ships, as they said in that last session, right? So
where's our man, you know it's been a while and I don't remember which area is the closest to the trade port. This one. Hello, Lathan, my old friend. So not used to my keyboard and mouse.
God, I'm so terrible at flying keyboard and mouse. It's one of the main reasons I delayed so long. I got the game working on my laptop, but it's getting 15 frames at most was making it hard too. Especially going Orison, and then you like go through and like I would see 2 frames of the clouds and then get back into space on the Quantum and be like, okay, cool, now I have frames again. So finally got the gaming rig working and it's like, oh, I like the game again. I can see what it's doing. Just trying to diagnose a friend's problems with the game the other day. I was like, why are you always complaining about it? And we went through and his memory is running at 566 megahertz.
I just locked myself out accidentally. Yep, that just happened. I wanted to turn the sensors off and leave the door open. I went to leave the door open, but it closed. I forgot, and then like
You locked yourself out of your own.
I locked myself out.
How much money do you have in the hold?
Nothing. I haven't filled it yet, but I will go see what we can fill. So I was just gonna open it and then kill the sensor, but like the sensor buttons aren't even appearing, so it's kind of weird.
Funny.
Like here, like that one works. Like normally I open everything and I just leave it like that, so that way you can just run through. This one, see the sensor is on this side now? I don't know, it's weird. It's open and the sensor's off. But yeah, no, like I literally just locked the door. And if you have pirates and you just lock the door, they can't get in. But then these are getting you.
Yeah.
And this is where like these like the idea of hacking. Like you should be able to pull open that panel and just pretty much, you know, hijack it. But nope, I have no idea how we're gonna get around that. Probably not. Probably screwed.
Yeah, I mean, eventually they need to, right? But for now, it's just introducing the locking mechanism in the first place was a huge step for them.
Where's the manual way down? It's been too long. Isn't that the elevator over there? No, that's storage. I love the sound of the store.
I love it. Failing that, you know, what was the point?
Now let's see if we could have filled it. Before we abandon it.
Definitely don't fill it.
Oh my god, does that mean that if you were a pirate and you wanted to troll someone, you could just sneak in their ship and just lock the door and turn off the sensor?
Sounds like
So,
that's
yeah,
something.
51 steel airnite. So this is kind of the limitation that we're kind of in. But you know what? That'd be a titanium still fine, which it is. So I mean, like just because we can't buy the laranite doesn't mean really that trade's broken.
No, it's honestly it's more the exploits flooding the market and the fact that
Yeah.
there's like once you got to my biggest reason that I stopped bothering was every single patch I had to buy the same components and stuff for ships again because they always got wiped. Everyone else was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? It works fine for
Yeah, it
me."
works
But like
fine, except
for
for, like,
the whole year, because I had so much crap, I lost everything that I had gained beyond a certain point. No matter how much I tried, like I would always lose my persistent inventory every patch. And it was just really frustrating because I'm spending a ton of money on ship components and then I'm losing them. And like my main gameplay loop is upgrading ships, and I don't want to have to do that every minor patch. You know, like I want to know, cool, I've got a pretty good ship at least for the quarter, and that it'd be nice if, like, as long as I'm good about it, that I get that stuff back, right? Like, because I'm extra careful with how I purchase and store it to begin with. It's just, yeah. That just made it difficult for me. I don't know
Alright.
if anyone else
Alright,
encountered that.
Bug. Do me well.
What kind of bug?
No. Oh wait, maybe it's the second one. Being able to spawn the Omega, I'm a little bad. Oh, no. The class, it knows. We should actually, I think we can do the Pisces here though. No, it actually might be fixed. Cannot do little ships. Well, well, well. It's gonna be a
I'm really, really
suicide
excited
pact.
for Hitman. Definitely one of the ones I felt smart for having predicted would be far larger and more expensive in the future. Because I was just like looking at the specs on it, and I'm like, either they're gonna fall totally short, or this is a completely different ship than they thought it was gonna be.
So why is that a thing?
What?
So I went through all my ships that are small. None of them would spawn. It will say the classification does not meet blah blah blah. Pulls at a Talon.
You pulled out a Talon?
Yeah.
Okay. A
Mm.
Talon's small-ish.
Yeah.
Did you pull it out on a landing pad?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I have the 85X because it's one of the few ones that's like designed to be able to be pulled out on one of those.
Because you used like I used to do my Omega. So whenever I got stuck somewhere, I'm like I'll just jump with the racing ship and go on a bit my
Yeah.
way.
Fine.
And now it's like, oh no, you're screwed. But, oh well.
Oh, you got Talon, you're fine. How big did it look on the pad?
It looks like it fits, to be honest.
Oh, there you go.
You know, I mean,
If it fits, it sits, or it. Yeah, if it fits, it sits.
where is flight ready on this thing? This one? Down here-ish? I don't know. Countermeasures. Okay, nothing on that panel. Nothing there. There it is.
Systems activating. Systems up.
I love this thing. It's purple. Little birdie. Bye. Why is the scanning mode up? How do I exit scanning mode? I thought it was tab. No. I have no idea. I'm like, my ship was like calling someone in some weird mode.
The usual, right?
So we're an aerial. Let's go to her L1, and that's where we'll stay. Figure out what else I'm gonna do. I just have enough backup game. Wow, that is so off-centered.
Quantum travel.
Right? Oh.
Yeah, and I was just commenting on Steve's Ares thing. I'm looking forward to the Ares too. It's gonna be really fun. Play a little sniper action. I'm gonna pop
Whoa.
I'll stay watching the stream. And good luck with the cutting tonight, Rev.
Yep.
Everyone watching, pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you around, Mormon.
Yep, I will be around. I gotta go land this thing. Figure it out.
Alright.
Maybe I'll switch over to Twitch. I don't know. I'll see.
Alright. Well,
I wonder like what we're allowed to do. Like, am I allowed to do a stream on Twitch? Be like, all right, guys, for the next like couple hours, I'm gonna review you. You can go over there. Like, I don't know. Like, what is the rule on baiting? You know, and all that kind of stuff. Why did you choose to stream on YouTube versus Twitch? For the future. Because I want to start doing trading videos. So I might be kind of going back and forth a little bit. We'll see. Am I past the point of no return? Am I too close? Is that what we're playing? No, I'm not too close. I'm still around 50.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Like transcoding options are great. Performance is great. Like this, like OBS is running like perfect. But this is like I'm not using a streaming rig or anything. I'm just on my gaming PC with OBS running. The only thing, like I said, like I can't really see participants. I can't see who's watching. There's a lot of I don't know if alerts work. So make sure you guys are subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We'll see if the actual the things pop up. I think I need to add them actually. Yeah, I think I actually do need to add the browser source to each one. Yeah, I do actually. And if you guys have subscribed, thanks. I'm gonna try to shout it out in the Galactic channel. Like getting 1,000 to get going, you need 1,000 subscribers, and that's gonna take a bit. That's probably not gonna be an easy feat. I need a really good trading video, or vice versa. Because like my audience isn't here, my audience is on Twitch, right? So like I'm kind of sacrificing, those 20 people that I would normally have. That kind of sucks, but at the same time, I know like, here there's room for a lot more growth. So it's kind of,
Landing gear down.
Where are you gonna put me? Over there. Are you? Yep, I'm definitely. I'm going to be working on Galactic. That's going to be the major thing. I'm going to be working on our project. Anything I'm pretty much doing, I'm going to, put on the stream, right? So people can do feedback and offer suggestions, and like what I did on Twitch. But I just think here is it can get more visibility.
Landing complete. Engines off.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
But yeah, this is running great. Just got to figure out how to switch between the two systems. All right, so I'm gonna end this stream here. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. I might come back on Twitch. I'm not sure, but I gotta go over the video and see what the quality is like and stuff, and the lighting and all that kind of stuff later on. This is more of a big test stream, but thank you guys again for like sticking around. This is just like, like today we did 2 trades. They were successful, right? Like everything has been great. No, not at all. I have to use Stream Beats, which is what I'm listening to right now, which has been paused. But I have right, I pretty much have this kind of music. Alright, I'm gonna end her and see how it goes. I'll be back in